Here's the lowdown. The beauty of the Lord surrounds us. The beauty of the Lord surrounds us. You know, I was spending time just contemplating the Lord and talking about with friends on a beautiful day the other day. And I'm just looking down at the bottom of this pool as I'm floating in the warm weather, in the warm water. And I am just seeing the myriad of shapes and reflections of the sun going over the ripples of the water right on the ground. And I am just marveling at it. And then I actually picked up watching another show my buddy turned me on to, which was Alone. And its premise is basically these men and women go out and they try and live as long as they can in this wilderness. And they drop them off in some areas that are just gorgeous, mountains and lake and tall trees and animals. And I just sit stunned at the beauty of nature. And then I hear these people thanking the pond, thanking the lake, thanking the stream for fresh water, and the trees for shelter. And I chuckle because it seems so silly to thank nature when all of it is screaming at a divine creator. You know, you cannot help, if no matter what occupation you are in, you gotta kind of marvel at the ingenuity and everything that goes into it. You know, even an electrician can sit back and look at his work and go, wow, this runs through the entire house, and just one little light switch, bloop, turns it on and controls it. One little 2-inch breaker controls all the electricity to a bunch of different rooms. Then you talk about doctors and biologists and just looking at all these amazing things. And I say to them, how can you not see the divine hand in all of this? This is no happy accident. This is a divine plan. This is, to me, you know, one of the biggest things I struggled with as a Christian was, how am I going to tell? How am I going to, you know, with how sinful am I? How am I going to tell people about Jesus? And so I have stressed the importance of your testimony so many times. But the Lord cannot leave something so important as somebody's salvation and the life and death into our hands, because we will always choose sin. If we are not of Christ, we will always choose sin. And even when we are of Christ, sometimes we do struggle to still pick Him. So Jesus and God are wholly worth knowing, but they take it out of our hands. All the pressure is off of you. You're not holding somebody's life in your hands. And if you foul up the words, like I do regularly, you're not sending somebody to hell. It says here, and I find it funny because when you look at Job, so many times when you just think about Job, it's, oh, that's a sad book and an angry God book. But in here, you know, Job says this in chapter 12, verse 7 through 10. But now ask the beasts, and they will teach you, and the birds of the air, and they will tell you, or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, and the fish of the sea will explain to you. Who among all these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this? In whose hand is the life of every living thing and the breath of all mankind? everything we see around us, computers, refrigerators, drinks, it is all by the great hand of the Lord that it has come together. And you can see it around you in the house you live in the faces of your children and your loved ones. But it is never more on display than when you step outside and you see the wind rustle the trees. You see the bugs crawling on the ground. You see birds flying through the air. Nature is the greatest manifold witness of the beauty of God, the creation and the heart of God. This may not be the Garden of Eden, but if you take a step back, you will see the beauty of the Lord in everything. And then you can't help but think that He's put you in Eden. And so when you say, I don't see the Lord moving in my life, look at the trees. They move at His desire. Look at the sunset that He paints for us. I see so many times people posting beautiful photos. And you know what's funny? Is these photos, no matter the $1 million worth of camera, they never capture the entire beauty. They only see a little section of the beauty. They don't see the vast picture that has been painted. You know, the new telescope that's been sent up that costs billions of dollars, taking better resolution pictures of outer space and galaxies that we've never seen like this before. And you tell me, you can't explain to me that it was all done by accident. It was at the hands of a creator with a purpose in mind to demonstrate His majesty, His glory, and His love for us.